if you are going to offer something for free, then I think it's important to establish those revenue goals or business goals or something that you're striving for so that you can establish your brand and have a recurring revenue stream either from one source or multiple sources. Here's the thing. I was listening to a podcast episode from Cochrane, and he was talking about 3 different things that you can do to attract more leads to you. Now, he is a phenomenal marketer. I love his work. The thing that he mentioned is that people can purchase, and the example that came to mind, or he may have mentioned this in his episode, is an online course. He doesn't believe in giving anybody any type of money back guarantee. So if you have an online course and you say you can have access to it for 48 hours or 7 days or whatever the time frame is, and if you want your money back, you need to let me know by that date. And then also you need to show me proof that you did your work and that you did this and this, whatever that criteria is. But he says he doesn't believe in that. That, if somebody wants their money back, then you just give it back to them. I think it's important in that situation to also think through what your situation is. So if you have an online course where you're giving everything away on day 1 and you want to instill a money back guarantee, it might seem kind of silly because at that point someone has access to everything of yours, right? So if you've got, it's a mini course and you've got 3 little modules and somebody's not happy with it and they want to get their money back, and it's, even, the second day, they've already had access to all of your information, right? So if you give them their money back, it's like you gave that information away for free. I'm a fan of offering their money back only within a certain amount of time, but I've planned out my course and also my boot camp so that you don't get everything on day 1. You get things gradually. They're dripped out over a certain amount of time. So if you do want your money back, I think on my online course, it's, within a week, but you only have 1 module at that point because there's so many different components to it that I'm okay with you getting your money back with still having that information in the resources that I gave you and the video and the documents and everything that goes along with that. Once I get into the second module, then it gets a little bit more in depth and a little bit more, intellectual property type, information. And that's the reason why I wanted to have that cutoff. Now, if you've done your work and you still want your money back, then it just says that you don't see the value in either how I teach, the information I provide, and I'm perfectly fine with giving you your money back if it's within that time frame. But if it's after that time frame, you now have some additional intellectual property that I'm just not comfortable with you having and then also giving your money back. So that there's a difference there, and I know everything is just a preference with what you believe in and what you consider generous and what you want to do with your business, and you can obviously do whatever you want to do in your business. But hearing something like that where you can just give everything away and not believing in giving a money back guarantee within a certain time frame, and that's operating with a scarcity mindset, to me that's just not always the case. And 2 examples are 2 phenomenal female business owners are Amy Porterfield and Marie Forleo. Both of them have online courses, multiple online courses, and they both offer a money back guarantee, but it is within a certain time frame, and you do need to show your work and show that you've at least tried to apply what they've taught you, that you've done the homework, that you've at least given it 100% effort to make it work. And maybe it's just not a good fit for you, and that's okay. But if you've got 2 phenomenal multi-7-figure business women, entrepreneurs, business owners who have that practice in place, they're definitely not moving forward or putting that in place because it's a scarcity mindset. It's just what works for you. So I felt it was important to share that with you in case you are considering just being overly generous and giving away the farm because you think longer term that might be a good way for your business to go. And the important thing here is that if you're going to do that, Graham is a lot farther along in his business. I listened to several of his podcast episodes, and in one episode he had mentioned like he released a second online course, or he released something. I mean, he made like $26,000 from just that one release. And then another scenario, he made like $10,000 in a week. Might have been earlier on in his business, or his entrepreneurial journey. But when you're making that kind of money and you're farther along in your journey, then you can start giving away more information for free, even if it is intellectual property, because you already have a recurring revenue stream that you can sustain your business, your lifestyle, your goals, that it's okay for you to do that. If you're going to, I recommend that you look at your business and establish some goals or priorities or benchmarks or moments in your business that you're going to say, okay, I can now allow my business to give away information for free and be even more generous than you've already been up to that point. And up to that point, you could be doing like lead magnets that are overly helpful. You could do how-to guides. You could give away templates to like an email funnel system with even all of the text included in them and the sequence that you need to do those in. You can give away funnels and how to set up a funnel in like a ClickFunnels or Kajabi, which is the one that he uses for all of his online resources. Establish those criteria. And if it's, establishing a benchmark of once I reach, 5-figure months, or if it's once I hit $500,000 in my business, or once I'm generating $25,000 a month from this one solution offering product, service, whatever it is. So establish those types of criteria in your business before you start giving away everything for free. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that and just give you some examples of that. And also, like I mentioned, I'm a fan of Graham, and I will include a link in the description below so that you can go check out that episode and, leave a comment, ask a question. If you disagree with me, leave those in the comments below as well. I would love to hear from you. All right, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time and investing it in this channel. And until next time, make today great.